Hi, today is NTI 13. We're looking at the rhombus flipbook notes. So a rhombus is a special parallelogram. So we do have the parallelogram properties, and then we have three special properties for a rhombus. I'm going to kind of flip things up just a little bit, and we're going to start down here with the special properties of a rhombus and kind of see how that relates to the parallelogram properties. So a rhombus is a parallelogram in which all four sides are congruent. Okay, so it's a parallelogram in which all four sides are congruent. So if all four sides are congruent, that takes care of property 2 for a parallelogram, opposite sides are congruent. So we're kind of taking that to the next level. Not just opposite sides are congruent, but actually all four sides are congruent. So we take that to the next level. All four sides are congruent. Now, very special thing happens in a rhombus. Our diagonals are perpendicular. Man, I write too big. Perpendicular. Symbol for perpendicular is this capital upside down T, perpendicular. Hopefully you remember what perpendicular means. They intersect to form a right angle. They intersect to form a right angle. So inside of our rhombus, we have 4 right triangles. So that's going to come into play later in some of our problems. Diagonals are perpendicular. Okay, another thing that we know about diagonals in a rhombus are the diagonals bisect opposite angles. Bisect opposite angles. This picture is not a very good picture. It does not really look like that happens. Okay, this angle gets bisected, but because up here we know opposite angles are congruent, not only are these two angles congruent, but if we come over here to the opposite angle, these two are congruent to each other and congruent to these. But if you remember, for parallelograms, our alternate interior angles are congruent. So these two had to be congruent. These two had to be congruent. So all 4 of these angles are congruent. And then let me get a different color here. These 2 angles will be congruent. These 2 angles will be congruent. So all 4 of these will be congruent. And then don't forget, we have all of these are right angles. What is that? Okay, so we got 4 right triangles, and the hypotenuse is congruent. So really, by angle, side angle, all 4 of these triangles are congruent. Well, we already know, coming back up here, the diagonals bisect each other. So this is congruent to this. Now, diagonals are not congruent in a rhombus. This is congruent to this. Okay? The side of your rhombus is your hypotenuse. So this is actually your longest side. So the sides of your rhombus is going to be the hypotenuse of your right triangle. Okay, so consecutive angles are supplementary. This whole angle plus this whole angle is still going to add to equal 180. In your right triangle, half of this angle plus half of this angle, so just this part plus this part, adds to equal 90. Okay, let that kind of soak in. Take this whole angle, half of it, this whole angle, half of it. This half plus this half adds to equal 90. The whole angle plus the whole angle has to add to equal 180. Okay. Consecutive angles are supplementary. Remember, supplementary add to equal 180. That has not changed. And we still have the fact that opposite sides are parallel. And what that actually gives us is our alternate interior angles are congruent. So everything still jives. Okay, let's jump down and look at some problems. In example 1, we've got the measure of angle RST. S is our vertex. I've still got a couple people struggling just a little bit with some angles, naming those angles, locating those angles. Okay, angle RST, that's this whole angle. Because of the diagonal, I'm going to put the 67 on the outside. That's the whole angle there. Find the measure of angle RSW. RSW. So, because the diagonal bisects the angle, we're going to do 67 divided by 2. Now, that's kind of mean. This is an odd number, so we're going to get a decimal, right? So what I do, drop it down to an even number, 66. Half of 66 would be 33. So 33.5. 33.5 degrees. All right, everybody good there? Diagonal bisects the angle. Go over to example 2. Find the measure of SVT. SVT, I'm going to put an arc in that angle. That's the angle I want to find. STV, that's this whole angle, is 135. Okay, I want to find this angle. If I find the whole angle, I can divide by 2 and get that. The whole angle T, the whole angle V, those are consecutive angles. They are supplementary. So I'm going to do 180 minus 135. So 7, carry my 1, 5. 7 minus 3 is 4. This whole angle is 45. Golly, what is up with these odd numbers? Okay, so go down 1. 44 divided by 2 is 22. So this is 22.5 degrees. I know I'm going a little bit fast, but it's a video. You can pause it, back it up. play it again, okay? All right, hopefully you got that. These two angles are consecutive. They have to add to equal 180. 180 minus 135 is 45. The diagonal bisects the angle. Okay, over to example 3. Algebra. SWT, very critical that you identify the correct angle. SWT, diagonals are perpendicular. SWT is a right angle. So that means my expression is equal to 90. 2x plus 8 equals 90. Subtract 8. 2x equals 82. Divide by 2. X equals 41. What are they asking me to find? X. Thank you. I am done. Thank you for not giving me an odd number there. All right, hopefully you're good on that one. Example 4. Example 4. Find the value of x if angle WRV, that's this angle. Make sure you're marking pictures. And angle WRS. What do I know about those two angles? They're congruent. The diagonal bisects the angles. Those two angles are congruent. So I just set the two expressions equal to each other, solve for x. No problem there. 7x minus 19 equals 5x plus 5. Subtract 5x from both sides. 7x minus 5x, that's 2x minus 19 equals 5. Add 19 to both sides. So we get 2x equals 24. Divide by 2. X equals 12. All I had to do was find x, and can you see all that? No, I went off. My bad. Everybody okay on that? X equals 12. All right, guys, that is it for today. I have gotten some people that said they do not have their flip books. If you need printed packages, you can call the school, tell them that you need printed packages. They will get you a printed package together, and then they will call you when they have it. Please let them know if you need it only for geometry or for all your classes, or you can send me an email. Either way, okay? But let us know. You do not have to get this on this paper for me. You can just copy this down on a piece of notebook paper. Guys, it's all good. Don't stress. As long as you're learning it, it's all good. Take care of yourselves. I hope everybody's doing great. I miss you all so much. I look forward to getting messages from you guys. That cheers me up to hear from you, to know that you guys are doing good. Take care. Hope y'all are doing well. Hang tough, guys. I know it's a tough time. Love y'all. Peace out, guys.